Hey everyone, Topher here. So we had a pretty big announcement today concerning the U.S. and TSMC. Let's check it out.
So we are now very happy to announce we are going to invest additional 100 billion US dollar. We are going to build 3 more new fab and another 2 very advanced packaging fab, and most important, R&D center.
There you go. TSMC planning to build 3 new semiconductor manufacturing fabs, 2 semiconductor packaging plants, and I think most importantly, R&D, Research and Development Center. I put out a poll earlier today seeing what people thought about this, and most people think that it's good for Taiwan, but there were a lot of concerns that this weakens Taiwan's silicon shield. So let's talk about that. Let's dive into this topic. Now, I totally understand where those concerns come from. The more high-end semiconductors that are not made in Taiwan, the weaker Taiwan's position will be. However, I think that the damage to Taiwan's silicon shield is pretty minimal. I think that Taiwan is getting more out of this bargain than what they're losing. So if we take a look at it objectively, right now the demand for high-end semiconductors is much higher than the supply. And from what I understand, TSMC was planning on building more semiconductor manufacturing plants overseas anyways. But even if TSMC is building these semiconductors outside of Taiwan, Taiwan will still have the market share, the majority share, the lion's share of the market. The majority of semiconductors will still be made in Taiwan. Taiwan will remain crucial to the world economy. That's not going to change. Meanwhile, Taiwan and the US become even more economically intertwined. And TSMC gains even more influence in Arizona, which in the past has been an electoral swing state. So TSMC gains political influence within the US. Now, if you watch the entire announcement, the press asks some questions. They talk about tariffs with Canada and Mexico and China and other countries, but tariffs with Taiwan weren't discussed. Trump didn't bring up any tariffs concerning Taiwan. He didn't mention it at all. So maybe because of this deal, Taiwan won't have the tariffs that other countries are being subjected to. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see in the future, but that was the perfect opportunity to talk about tariffs in Taiwan, and they didn't do it. I think that's very telling, what wasn't said. Also, TSMC's initial investment back in 2020, that's still not complete. They promised to build 3 manufacturing plants in Arizona, and the 3rd one won't be complete until 2028. So all this additional investment, that's happening for years to come. It will likely happen after the Trump presidency. Construction will probably begin on the packaging plants and maybe another manufacturing plant and maybe the R&D center, but all of it, I don't think it's going to be able to be completed within the Trump presidency. And this influence actually gives Taiwan another card to play in the great game of geopolitics. Like I said, the economic ties between the US and Taiwan have just become much more intertwined, much more dependent on one another. And overall, I think that's a good thing for Taiwan. Because trust me, I know the US has a lot of faults. It's far from a perfect country. But as far as world superpowers go, it's the lesser of 2 evils. All right, hey, that's all I have. Please leave a comment if you want to add to the discussion. I really appreciate you watching. Thanks for watching. A giant big thank you to my channel members. Thank you so much. Peace and love. I'll see you.